Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Arcane Gate. I'm Denaru.
I'm Charles Walker, Falmouth 220. Welcome, everybody. So, sorry about the break last week, but hope y'all enjoyed your vacation. And here we are back. The quick recap of what happened. Last we left off, the party found himself being completely surrounded by this horde of undead that seemed to be coming from everywhere. As the mysterious sister of the crow told them that she was not going to let them get away so easily, and was very unhappy with them attacking her head, quote unquote. Now, as the party all fought their way through, and eventually they were able to make it to Merton, as they saw the city was completely surrounded by this legion of undead. Now, after fighting their way through and making it safely behind their walls, they finally found themselves in the Free Cities. Quickly escorted the Rawls office, the legendary figure that runs the Alchemist Guild, and Amarok's old acquaintance, friend, some would say. They now had a pretty intense discussion, as he was very curious that what happened out there that caused all this to happen. And you see, he seems to be a very tired, short-tempered man. And we're coming back to that, where y'all are in the middle of y'all's discussion. And overall, he just looks absolutely exhausted by all this. And around this point, he's like, when is it going to get easier? And you, at that point here,
Come in.
and he just kind of sighs deeply and says, that's a second horde of the undead. I am going to lose it. And he just walks to the door and opens it. It's like, yes. And you see another woman dressed in kind of office attire, just kind of well dressed, well kept, and she's like, "Excuse me, sir. The meeting with the rest of the guild masters, they're calling for you." Tell him I'll be there when I get there. He just shuts the door and walks back to you. All right. The rest of my peers are calling me back. Is there anything I should know that I should tell them so we have an idea of how to handle this mess we're in?
DM, I wanted to ask something out of question. So, did we tell him last week about the hag, or I'm trying to. I thought we did, but
Mention the crow
y'all
at
did.
least.
Yeah, y'all mentioned the crow.
well, I mean, from at this point, we don't fully know what's going on here. We were attacked on the road, so depending on what they say on their end, I guess.
Well, if that's the case, I guess the next plan will be determine how to handle this issue. In the meantime, all of you, I guess, are in my protective custody then.
Protective custody. It's almost kind of sounds like we're under arrest a little bit.
I feel
No,
safer
you just
already.
don't have a say in it.
We're under arrest. Got it.
I feel safer already.
Like I said, I don't like that word, but you're kind of right. It's more, I don't want y'all to leave here for your own safety.
Who cares?
Some of them, they may try and arrest you. I'm your best bet, okay?
Better arrest us.
Amarok, can you tell them at least I'm a decent enough guy?
He won't kill us outright, okay?
There you go.
That makes me feel better.
Oh, I feel warm and fuzzy at the sheer thought of it. Well, let us not keep you, I guess.
Oh, no, I love the distraction. Oh, they're crap. And he's like, Myra, set him up with rooms. Make sure there's someone looking after him to keep them safe. Don't let him have any visitors unless it's someone we personally know, okay? And she's like, oh, yeah. At that point, Harper kind of stands up like, what about me? I'm kind of along for the ride.
Yep, so you're safe with us.
That means you're also arrested, or no, under protective custody. Sorry, under protective custody with us.
Rawls like, you wound
Involuntary
me.
guess.
He looks to Amrock and he's like, he points to Harper. This tiefling involved in this whole mess, or was he just along for the ride, like he said?
He kind of joined in to see what this whole life was about and got caught up in it. So, chances are he's a part of whatever we're into.
He kind of looks at him strange, like, oh, the hags ain't after you personally. I don't see the harm in you going. I mean, I can't stop you, but I just like y'all. I like y'all to hang around. And Harper's like, yeah, well, thank you. And with that, Rawl starts to leave, and he looks like, "We'll get a hold of y'all tomorrow morning. Y'all, I don't know, relax." He just walks out the door. And all of you are just left in there with Myra and Harper.
Well. Anybody have any interesting tales that happened recently? Nothing?
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a horde of zombies out front. I can't confirm or deny it, but I've just heard rumors, you know?
Also, Myra, I can understand that this would be a rough introduction to us. My name is Marcus Locke. These are my friends. Sorry to, I just get you partially wrapped in this.
Oh, no, it's no trouble at all. I'm used to dealing with Rawls' situations often.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm Cyrus. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Cyrus. Oh, I have quite an interesting family. It's okay. I got desensitized a long time ago.
Well, also Harper, I don't want to force you to stay if you do want to leave. This was a bit of a heavy introduction in coming into the city. I don't think it's what any of us signed up for, but if you wish to leave, we won't force you to stay, but we, again, would appreciate it if you continue with us. You've been helpful.
He pauses for a minute and thinks real deeply. Oh, you guys are safe now, so... But safer... Way safer of him than you would be of me, so I think it's best I take my leave now. For a moment, at least. I need me a break.
Well, you don't know how lucky you are, because I don't imagine we're going to get much of a break further from this point on. But until we meet again, it was good to have you around.
He nods and nods like, yeah. Despite all the craziness, it was good. And he kind of stands up and looks to the group, and he looks to Luna and Matt. He's like, if he can really help you, like they think he does, I think you two should really take it. Just call it a gut feeling, okay?
Okay.
Oh, Well, I was worried that'd take a lot more convincing. If that's the case, again, and no one has any more sob stories before I go, I guess I shall leave. At that point, Harper. Oh, go ahead.
Before Harper leaves, I kind of go up and just sort of like pat him on the head again.
What was that for? He kind of smiles like a little bit, and it's like, bye.
I just give Harper a wave.
He kind of holds eye contact with you. He walks to the door for a little bit, and he kind of gives you a half wave as well, and just slowly walks out the door, and it's like, I'll be in the fun district, and just shuts the door behind him. And oh, good.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I am utterly exhausted. We have rooms, or
yes,
are they?
Yes. Yes. I was just going to give you a moment to catch your breath before I did it. Yes. Let me see here. And you see she starts flipping through some papers on a clipboard for a second, and it's strange for a second. You see like a flash of like the papers seem to just keep flipping back and back, and nearly like she has a Rolodex on this clipboard. Yeah, we have a few rooms open. How would y'all like to be? What sleeping arrangements would y'all like?
My sister and I share.
That makes sense.
Yep.
How many rooms do you have available?
Oh, plenty. We have enough for all 5 of you if you'd like, but if that's the case, obviously 2 of you want a room to yourselves.
The only thing as well is I believe we should stick close together. A recent development made it to where as soon as we were split up, we were kind of attacked. So it'd be better if we are together and can jump on any surprises.
If that's the case, I can send word to move a lot of beds into one room, get you in one of the bunk rooms.
That is a good point. If you could get a room big enough for all 5 of us, that would be much appreciated.
Oh, of course. I will be right on that. In the meantime, help yourself to the coffee machine. I will be right back.
Thank you.
And she walks out the door and it's like, unfortunately, everyone, all meetings with Feralt today are canceled. And you hear the businessman from earlier yell, "Oh, come on!"
I would like to poke
it.
through the door and just give the the hand antlers and stick my tongue out at them.
You just hear, you! And the door just shuts quickly.
Question: are we by ourselves at this moment?
You're not by yourself. There is someone above you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that dude.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
The what?
Yeah.
The mysterious figure.
Oh.
Phantom of the Opera.
As you pointed out, you look up and notice there's an actual second floor in this meeting room with a banister wrapping around the room. There is someone standing at the edge of it.
Are they just looking down at us?
Currently now, yes.
One thing I want to do is, since I can still do this, since this has charges, is I'll pull out my screwdriver for a second. I'll just press a button on it and it'll cast Detect Magic. Just make sure if there's anything else potentially.
Okay. Nothing in the room is magical as it speaks, but there is a magical ping coming off her. And as she sees you making movements like that, you see she actually just disappears.
Who does?
The person on the second floor.
Oh,
They disappeared.
You didn't say it was a she before. You just said it was a she.
You said it was a slight figure, or a small figure.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah,
it's not his fault y'all can't pick up on hints.
I do
Well,
think it's Kenny.
I revealed the gender if at a bonfire. I can't help it.
I know you didn't burn down half California.
Yeah, sorry, it's lackluster.
So, because it's detect magic, does she like disappear as like teleport away or like turn invisible? It's like a
More
magical.
to step back.
Yeah. From your experience, it looks like she cast Misty Step.
Well, we are now officially alone. That was a weird way to leave a room, but okay.
Not exactly. Misty Step is only so far away.
Okay, and I'm actually asking this in character. So we're alone at the moment.
Technically, yes.
Okay. I take out one of my books from my bag, walk over to Marcus, and start hitting him upside the shoulder, going, "You took the freaking head!"
What? Whoa! What? Why are you hitting me?
You took the head. The head came back to life.
I mean, it's evidence. When I checked it before, it didn't have any magic coming off of it. There were no runes. There was no clear way of knowing. It was just a head.
But we did detect that it was component.
I mean, before when you and your sister broke it, I assumed that whatever magic it had was gone. I brought the head with me, but it was because it was evidence.
Evidence for who? For what?
Look, currently we're spinning our heels with no real notion of. We're spinning our heels. We know what they want, but we don't know really anything about their capability, their full capabilities. Everything that we get from them is a potential clue, and we can't afford to just destroy it.
It could also be used against us. Case end point. What just happened?
Well,
Are you pointing at Amarok?
I'm
What are you
just
pointing at?
I'm just gesturing in general in the direction that we just came from the fiery pit of the zombies.
well,
Amarok's still just sitting there slightly raw from being, engulfed in acid.
but
Forgot about that.
well, I mean,
I didn't. I thought I was dead.
I didn't realize that the head would be able to control another spell. I mean, the person wasn't there to cast it. It was just a skull. I figured after it got destroyed and I couldn't sense any magic off of it, and we studied it over, that there was no harm in bringing it along. It's like bring a piece of a broken machine. When the initial magic is gone, you don't expect suddenly more magic to be dumped into it.
Well, now we know.
Well, I do have a confession. I have another piece of evidence as well.
What?
I pull out a feather. The feather that I found on the street. As the young study here, would you imagine that this feather would suddenly sprout vines and attack someone?
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised after what we just went through.
This feather is from the crow. I went to look at the street to see if I could find any evidence to where she initially came into the city. I found the body that was messing the head that we now are in possession of, and well, we were. It got shattered before we left, but I found this feather. It's a piece of the crow. So, yeah, I was looking around for anything. We have nothing on them.
Well, technically, we have some more information thanks to, you're collecting evidence. See, you're a logical fellow. If we know that it has no magic, but yet somehow they were able to use the component, why is that? We noticed that there were vines, meaning maybe the hag can use her domain to transfer her spells or something.
I mean, these creatures are ancient. They use a magic that probably doesn't even exist anymore. Or if there's only remnants of it. I mean, they control forces of nature itself. I mean, the crow is falling from the sky, dunking into the ground, and snatching corpses out was a pretty intense thing to see.
Also, with that in mind, I'd probably get rid of that feather, though. If it is from the crow.
How do we know she's through it?
Well, because here's the thing. We could possibly detect a spell to find out where she is from this feather. Couldn't she do the same thing to find this feather?
Potentially. I mean, we could also use it to, if we got someone who could, we could potentially use it to track her.
Yes, but at the moment, we are not hunting. We're running. We need to be smart, prey, and hide.
So, you want me to destroy the feather? Fine. Then I'll toss the feather in the air and I'll cast precipitation and I'll cause it to spark up and burn.
Okay. And a feather actually takes.
So, I do like the idea, though.
It burns like a normal one.
I do like the idea. But we need to be more prepared to hunt a crow before we decide to track it down.
Fair point. I saw the opportunity there. I didn't realize that their magic could potentially work like that. I've never seen magic that works like that. So we have to be wary because no telling, they could leave something behind and then suddenly that's our anchor to us. I wasn't trying to endanger anyone. I was just too inquisitive for my own good.
I don't blame you. I mean, logically speaking, you were doing a smart thing, but they might have thought you would do such a thing as well and just laid a trap. Any of us could have fell for it.
I'm really hoping that wasn't what they were using, but to track us. Otherwise, I feel really bad about that. But it's gone. I won't pick up any more bits like that, just in case.
However, though, how does that screwdriver work?
This, it's something that I have created that is imbued with a piece of my magic. Even when I have no magic left, I can sparingly cast magic through this by hitting a button on the side. It casts a spell, one particular spell. The spell that I have in here that it can cast is Detect Magic, a simple detection spell. So,
how inconspicuous is it? Do you just know, like, the spell or the magic that's around?
I mean, I get the general gist on all forms of magic within the radius. Like, currently, I'm still picking up magic. It's still going right now, but I'm not picking up any magic besides what we have on our persons, and that person who disappeared before. So it tells me what type of magic it is, and roughly how far away is it from me, as long as it's within the area effect.
The reason I ask is because, I don't know, we have some sort of like a dispute amongst the guilds, or the coin holders, and I specifically remember the coins were enchanted with a specific spell to tell whether they are genuine or not.
Oh, I see what you're thinking. If it's a spell that's doing this, then we could potentially find one of these coins.
Or at least find the holders.
The only thing is, I'm limited on how often I can use this item for that purpose. I can only do it 3 times from this item, and currently I am tapped out of my magical reserves for anything beyond mundane magic.
That's fair. I don't think we should go on any more adventures right now. We just survived a horde after all.
Also, Emerok, you trust Rawl, but what about anyone else here? Like, currently the person going to get our rooms. Do you know anything about her, or do you that person that was up there on the balcony? They kind of just left this room once we started detecting them. Is there anyone else here that you just trust that we could confide in?
Just most people we've met, I would trust. No one here that you've met means it's...
All right. Well, I guess we just have to wait for her to get back. There isn't anyone else in this room as far as I can tell. So we'll wait, but we have time to talk about things before she comes back, and then we're going to be sharing a room. I still say that we do our same protocol. Since this is currently a town under siege, I'll be able to set up the alarms and stuff like that. Take me a little longer to do it, but I'll be able to do it.
DM?
Yeah.
Question, would they actually fit in my apartment?
You had a decent little room, but all 5 of them would be a pretty tight squeeze.
Okay, just making sure.
Hey. Okay. But around that time, the door, you hear a knock on the door, and Myra comes through, and she's like, "I got y'all rooms set up."
Thank you so much.
Oh, just please follow me.
Get up from my lounge position and start following her.
And I'll say only Luna and Amarok notice this. You see quickly as she's kind of looking at y'all with a smile, you see her eyes are quickly darting around the room. In particular, they're looking up, like she's looking for something.
Never will remember that.
And you notice the waiting room has been completely cleared out, and she takes you down a hallway. She turns a few times. There's some other people walking through there, and you get to see bits of the guild. You see at one point, you see a large feast hall out there. You see, at one point, you pass by a small library. There's some people studying in there. There's other people just lounging about, talking, and other stuff. The guild seems pretty active. Amarok, you start to recognize she's taking you to some of the extra quarters. Basically, their quarters kind of reserved for either traveling members of the guild or other just miscellaneous guild members that don't really have a permanent residence in the city and end up staying here. And your apartment is actually back in this area. And eventually she takes you to the door right next to it, and she's like, Amarok, your neighbor moved out not too long ago, so I just set y'all up in his room. So your room's right next to it if you just want to go back to it.
Alright.
So this is where you live.
It's very homey.
Which, speaking of, you would like to know, your neighbor Guile actually passed his test as well.
Oh?
And she looks at
How'd
you
he
kind
do
of like,
then?
good, he took to a different form than you did, the form of a tiger, actually.
Oh.
Currently out patrolling right now, testing out how he feels about his powers as well. Him and a few others were sent as well. Well, I assume it's safe to know that they know about your condition, right?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, they found out pretty quick.
Oh,
Not exactly
they seem
something I was trying to keep secret.
I'm sure Rawl would not be thrilled to know that, but
Oh yeah, he kind of just puts it out there for, like, oh, I want to get a little bigger and hairier for a little bit, bah, and again just puts it out there for all to see. But
I mean, to be fair, we really did get a warning.
I personally didn't think that it was a secret since he was just being so open about it.
Amarok, you were in an area that was literally at war with lycanthropes 50 years ago.
Yeah, enemies don't stay enemies forever.
Wait
You
a-
see her glasses just start to droop from her face a bit, and she quickly grabs them and pushes them back in place.
I love it. I'm just no.
I mean, while we're on the topic, are you also like Emerald here?
Oh no, a lady must have her secrets, you know.
Wait. Emma, you're telling me you're a lycanthrope? Who was going to tell me?
I mean, I know-
Oh god.
At that point,
I'm sorry you had to
got
find
you.
out this way.
Mars eyes. A unit was formed known as Acid Claw of other people that took the test along with you. Guile is currently traveling with them.
So is like everyone in the guild a secret?
No. He was part of a select group. I'll let him talk about it if you'd like. I probably shouldn't have talked about this in person. I wasn't sure what the familiarity was, and she just looks at Cyrus.
I mean, he hit it pretty well for me, if I say so.
Until then, and she reaches into a dress pocket and pulls out 5 sets of keys and hands it to each of you. It's like, you are prisoners here. You can still move around the guild, though we would prefer you to stay discreet as best you could. Amarok, feel free to show him around the place, and y'all get something to eat and try your best to relax. If you look on your on the keychain, there'll be a little tab on there that'll signify that you're guest of the guild, and your food will be taken care of.
Oh, well, thank you very much. But back on the other topic for a sec, you did kind of assume that we knew, and so like if he had been secretly keeping it, it would have just been out right there.
Well, I feel like a good old undead army brings out any secrets you may need to be keeping.
Beekeeping?
And honestly, you've traveled with me long enough to know that I'm not the most discreet person.
I know that as well, yes.
Hold on, where's the bees?
Yeah, Myra just kind of turns on a heel and just walks off, just heels clacking in the distance.
Oh god.
She just kind of rounds the corner, then she rounds it. Oh, also, Amarok, I nearly forgot. I was told to get a hold of the other coin holders for tomorrow's meeting. So bear in mind that's going to happen.
Okay. That'd be fun.
And she rounds the corner and keeps walking.
So yeah, I guess we go into the room. But
Okay. Alright. So, so do y'all go into Amarok's room, or you go into the room that you were given?
I mean, they set up a room for 5 people, so I guess we'll go into the room that they set up for us.
Mhm.
That's fair. Alrighty. So all of you go inside, and inside, you see four bunk beds are set up, and one bed that's way bigger than the rest of them. You could tell it's definitely for Amarok. Amarok, you're happy to see it's the first bed that's actually your size that you've seen in literally months. Okay.
Can actually stretch out.
Yep. Also, there is a center table with coffee and donuts set up on it. And that's about it. But the room's furnished. It has blankets, blankets and pillows all folded up and ready on the beds. You guys are welcome to take a rest.
Before I settle in, though, I do want to do a quick sweep of the room, and I want to go through the room and look around to see if anything's hidden or anything like that. And I'll burn another use of detect magic on my screwdriver to see if there's anything like that going on.
All right, make an investigation check.
All right.
All right. 21. Okay. You sweep the room completely, and it's pretty clean. Completely ordinary room. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. Nothing hidden. Nothing. No secret compartments. No doors. No nothing.
Okay. Then when we're in the room, so is there a window and a door in this room?
There is actually no windows.
Okay. Then I'll do my ritual and cast alarm on the door.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to do while you're in this room?
Sleep.
I'm gonna unload a bunch of junk to my room.
Wait, do you go to your room?
Yeah, just step in, unload various things I don't need to carry around with me.
Okay. All right. And as soon as you drop your stuff, you hear, "Hey!"
I look around.
You don't see anything. But
I'm
you
just
do
gonna
smell.
stand there, hands out.
And quickly you feel arms wrap around you as something hugs you, and as something materializes in front of you, as you see the small form of an old friend of yours. You just hear, "Hey, how you doing?"
Hey, kid. I was wondering where you'd show up.
"I've been watching the whole time. I've missed you so much. It's so boring here without you."
It's because I'm so entertaining.
I don't trust it.
Well, you talk to me. That's nice. And I mean, you're lots of fun.
This is why I like you. You're so easy to just get on your good side. I don't have to work hard for you. Best friend, right
Yeah.
there.
Well, I assume all the good genes went to me.
Oh yeah.
This guy, I don't know what his problem is sometimes. He isn't gonna keep you here like he does me, is he?
I'm a bit bigger than him. I think I can just walk past him.
If you're sure, you know, well, I've never seen him in action, but there's all these stories about all the stuff he's done. Are you stronger than him now?
Probably not, no. I'm just talking. But I can run. I can run fast. Besides, now I'm not blood, okay? That's my main advantage there.
I don't know if that'd help any. Oh, that's right. Oh, but you see, I'm learning magic. I can cast invisibility now. It's so fun to do that. It's just, I have seen some stuff I wish I hadn't ever since I started doing it, though.
Oh, okay. I can only imagine. God.
Oh,
I'll stick with my general low magic, what I have.
yeah, I mean, something's going on between Larry and Jenny from Account. I wish I didn't know that.
You see, this is why you don't spy on people. You tend to learn adult things before you're ready.
Well, what am I else supposed to do around here?
Find a hobby.
Oh, yeah. Learn alchemy and be boring like Raw.
Oh, yeah. But he's so powerful, remember? He's so powerful and scary.
If he's born that way like me, I'll get that powerful eventually.
Oh, yeah. We have to get you more friends.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, what about them? They're my age.
Yeah, it's funny you should mention that. They would probably love you.
Really? Do you think it'd be all right if I saw them? I noticed one of them saw me. That's impressive. She's got some eyes on her, but
I mean, hell, what Rawl don't know can't hurt him. Or hurt us, in that matter.
yes. And she disappears.
Okay.
And instantly, in front of the twins, appears a small figure, shorter than both of you. You see this girl about probably about 5'5" even. She's got long red hair, kind of messy, not really well kept. Bright violet eyes, and just this bright, big toothy grin on her face. And she's wearing these loose wizard robes over just simple dress, and she's like, "Hey!"
Maddie just reaches over and grabs Luda, and she goes, "You see her too, right?"
I actually jump and I grab onto Maddie at the same time and go, "What the gremlin?"
So since Marcus was setting his alarm at the door and just hears "hey" from behind him, he's like, for a second, he goes to reach for his gun but doesn't quite put his hand on it.
Yeah, she did kind of just disappear from the hallway, my room, whatever we were in, and just appear.
Yeah, y'all were in yours room.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Amarok says it's okay if I meet you.
Hi?
Hello?
Amarok?
Amrock?
Amarok's just... y'all.
Amarok! Is there a
Eventually
chorus of
hearing
your name?
this, make my way back in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you get in there, and she quickly throws out a mage hand and shuts the door behind you. Okay. Ah, this is great. I've never met women my age before. This is awesome. What are your names?
Well, I'm Maddie. This is Luna.
Hi, little gremlin.
Oh, you're funny. You're real funny right there. No, 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 I'm Kiara. Oh, I already got a nickname. That's awesome. I could be Gremlin. I don't have a nickname.
Hello.
Yodeling this poor sheltered child.
Maddie just turns to Luna and she goes, "Really?"
I'm still
Can I just
shocked.
walk up and
You just-
thump her? Just say, be nice.
You're saying that to me or to who?
To you, yeah. Your gremlin talk.
Okay, to be fair, Luna is literally just kind of like, because of everything that she's gone through, she's literally just kind of staring wide-eyed. Because again, just this girl just randomly appeared and yelled hi at her and her sister and everything that she's went through. She's just sort of like in a more stunned state. So you want to walk up to her after you hear her say that. You kind of just see Luna with this like freaked out expression still kind of on her face, just kind of like it's still clutching Maddie, just like, okay, no, you're not gonna be called Gremlin.
Hey, what? No, that's fine. I read in books women do this to each other all the time. They're just mean to each other, but they love each other. That's how it works, right?
I
I don't know.
Kid.
don't
Yes.
know really. The only other women I've been around has just been my sister and Grand.
Same.
Oh, and the hag.
She doesn't
Doesn't
count.
count.
Is it really a woman?
No.
Now,
Well, they are
So-
actually all female in race. That's a trait amongst all of them.
point taken.
Let's talk about that.
You're too smart for young good.
I don't count that thing as a woman.
I can
Ew.
only read about the things. I don't actually get to experience them.
hi. We've suddenly been
Why?
rapidly introduced. Your name is what again? You ran by me a mile a minute.
Kiara.
Kiara. Okay. I'm Marcus.
No last name.
Right. My name is Marcus Locke. I do have a oddly enough, you not having a last name is actually not that uncommon among this group.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well,
My
Marcus
name-
Locke, Amarok, Luna Maddie.
Hi, I'm Cyrus.
Isn't it common for elves to have last names?
Well, I don't have a last name.
Huh. Interesting. Hi, Cyrus.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And just for the sake of abbreviation, I introduced myself with my full name, but you can just call me Marcus.
Okay, that works. Yes. Okay, Mr. Marcus or Sir Marcus?
You can just call me Marcus. I mean, I'm older than you, but you don't have to throw a Mr. or a Sir in front of my name.
Oh, okay. Right. Like I said, I don't talk to many people. This is literally doubled the amount of people I actually talk to in one day.
Oh, you're one of Emerald's friends, then?
Yeah. I'm Raw's little sister.
Raw's little sister. All right. Well, pleasure to meet you. You have a way of making an introduction.
I got nervous.
You just sort of lean over to Maddie, quietly say, "She's as sheltered as us."
I didn't think that
Probably
was
more
possible.
so.
You don't know our childhood.
I
So-
just wanted this to be clarified. I wrote this character way before y'all even told me what y'all wanted to play.
I know, but it's just funny. It's like she's more sheltered. She's just as sheltered as we are.
I know when y'all described your characters, I'm like, all right, there's going to be a repetitive theme here.
So
This introduction
Basically,
came a lot easier than I thought.
so DM, so based on how she looks like she just teleported into here. Is she about the same size as the person who teleported out of the room?
Yeah, she looks to be a fit for it.
I would just keep that. I would just keep that in mind potentially. But all right. Well, it's good to see you. Were you just introducing yourself, or was there something you wanted to ask us? Or...
Oh, huh. I didn't think I'd get this far.
Well, I mean, here's your shot,
That's how
kid.
my plans go.
I mean, we don't shoot down people just for introducing themselves to us. So here's your shot, kid. What's your question, if you have any?
You guys want to play salamanders and slides?
Is that a
What's that?
game that any of us
What's
have
that?
heard of?
Oh, it's really fun. And she reaches into her robe and pulls out a set of dice and a little board, and she just goes over the rules with you real quick. It literally is just snakes and ladders.
All right.
But is that still a game that either that Luna and Maddie would have heard?
No.
What about Cyrus?
The only people that have probably heard of this is Cyrus and Marcus and Amarok.
Yeah,
So
Mark
only
probably
just
had
not.
to play
Yeah.
Just not the twins.
Yeah.
Got it.
It would have been easier to say.
No, y'all are the perfect audience for her to play with, because she'll win.
Yeah.
Challenge.
All right.
Getting down.
All right. For the simple sake of just seeing who will win, everyone roll 3d6.
Oh god.
It's like,
Heck yeah, I'll play.
sure.
Could I sleight of hand and cheat?
No.
Really?
Make a sleight of hand check.
All right. I'll wait till everybody does their thing.
I keep an eye on him because I know he's gonna try to cheat.
I mean, he hasn't. I think this is the first game we all played together, like a
Right.
first game.
7.
It's Cyrus.
He did. Roll 2.
You do try and cheat, and as Luna's about to point it out, you feel a slap on your hand. As you just see Kiara go, no! Playing fair.
Fine. I'll roll my 3d6.
Cyrus.
I lose because of it.
Bad introduction, Cyrus. You
The
don't
twins
cheat
get
in
the
a...
same roll.
You did?
14.
As intended.
Oh, he did. Just backwards.
Same. Yeah.
Oh god.
And with that, the highest roll was actually Kiara. So after a few intense hours of yelling and at dice, you just hear, "I win!"
Home field
Well,
advantage.
hours.
Oh, yeah, you win. Oh man, we've been playing that for a while. I am very exhausted. We just played hours of a game on top of what we went through today.
Yeah, we're still kind of gore-soaked, aren't we?
Yeah, she has not said a word about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be, since I just now would have noticed that since we came right to Rawl's office and right to here, I'm actually gonna cast precipitation on everyone to clean us up before we go to sleep.
Oh, good. Y'all are starting to smell. I thought I was just supposed to deal with it.
No, just a note of friendship. When one of your friends smells a bit, you point, or is a little dirty, it's fine to point it out.
Discreetly, though. You don't want to make a scene in front of other people.
Yeah, you just don't scream. You don't scream it out loud so that everyone hears. You like pull them to the side a little bit. You tell them discreetly.
Okay. And she actually pulls out a notepad and writes that down.
Really, she's taking notes on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll cast precipitation and clean us all up.
And Luna, with your perception, you're able to get a look at the notepad, and it literally says, "In case I get friends."
Oh god.
Aww.
That's so sad.
That is sad.
You just became my squishy.
And thus walked in the group baby that we will now protect.
Yes.
Right.
Same age
Alright, so-
as Luna Maddie, but she is now the baby.
Yeah. To specify, she's 1 year old, younger than y'all.
Okay. So, yes,
15.
baby.
Yeah. But anyway, she's like, "Oh, that was great. Y'all want to go again, or y'all? Oh, y'all look half dead right now. I was really excited. I didn't even notice."
Yeah, we had a draining day. But we would be up to playing again later once we've gotten rest.
Yeah, that's great. Tomorrow then. Well, wait, the meeting. Okay, hopefully something distracts Raw again, and I'll get to, because this was so fun. I've never been around girls my own age. Just Myra. Myra's nice though. She tells me she'll introduce me to her daughter one day, but that still hasn't happened yet.
Let's just play tomorrow night.
We'll have to set up a weekly game of salamanders and whatever this says here. Make sure everybody's schedule works. Where we can roll dice together, you know.
Sounds fair enough.
Oh god.
Once a week. Okay, I'll take it. If that's the case, she folds up her stuff and sets in her coat, and gets some dust stuff off. It was so great to meet all of you. I know. And she looks at Twins like, "I gotta take y'all to my favorite place."
This is where I
Okay.
cry.
Okay.
And these are my friends. Is Larry, whatever it is. Oh god.
You mean like right now?
Yeah. Oh, you'll love it, I promise.
Is there coffee nearby?
Oh, yeah. She points to the table. He's like, "Yeah, it's been sitting out for a while. No one's taken it though, so it's probably got a little cold."
I just drink it cold. I'm like, how is it that she's only a year younger than me?
Oh
You're
gosh,
so-
just as bad as my brother.
What?
Oh, he drinks it cold. He'll drink it anyway, possible. I've seen him drink day old coffee before.
That barbarian.
I'm down,
You
college
don't-
kid.
You don't drink it cold, you drink it hot. You warm it up first.
Stare you in the eye as I drink it cold.
You will learn one of these days. You're too young to understand.
I'm surprised
Just
you didn't
drink-
just heat it up. for her.
No, she has to learn this lesson.
It actually wasn't that cold.
All right, and she's like, "Okay, great." Just, just follow me. And she walks out this room, and she looks to the rest, and he's like, no boys allowed, and just runs out of the room.
Hold on a sec. Before they go, I just want to talk to them really quick. They'll be right out. Just give them a few minutes.
Fine.
Okay. So, question: character-wise, do y'all have like you're carrying yourself in like bags, right? So.
Wait, what?
Character-wise, are you guys carrying your stuff in like bags and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And we have
Okay.
been. Put that
Okay,
sucker
so
down we
then-
got in the room.
Yeah.
So
You have a
then
bindle.
So then what Marcus does is, like, he'll take out a piece of thread and start casting alarm on both of your bags. And then, okay, so just to be sure, if anything happens, open this flap. I have it set to whenever you open this flap, an alarm will go off in my head so that I'll know if anything's going on.
That is very smart.
Is this a one-time thing?
I mean, I can keep doing this, but it's just kind of it's more of a hassle every time I have to do it, but it's a one-time security system of, if they break this, I know something's up.
But if it's broken, can it be closed and shut it off, and then open up and trigger it again?
No, sadly, once it triggers, I have to reset it, but
God dang it.
it's not something I can keep applying over and over. I can keep implying it, but I would have to be there to apply it. But this is, in case of emergency, that way you're not there. We'll know if something's going on with you. Just know that open this flap, and if you open the flap, it will sound an alarm that I will hear. And that way we can come running if something happens.
But we don't know where we're running.
Well, in general, we won't know exactly where.
Hello?
Am I gone?
Yeah,
Hello?
There we go.
it's a one-time thing, and we won't know where they are, but it's something. It's better than nothing. At least that way we can be alert if something happens to them.
Follow the screaming.
Yep.
So, since it's only one-time use, I guess you can't mess with them, Luna. And just keep opening it back and forth.
If you need your chapstick, just deal with it.
Chapstick. I haven't had that in so long.
I don't need it.
Now, before you go, don't talk to strangers, even though technically speaking, this girl is a stranger that we met a few hours ago. And don't go away with any, like, old grandma-looking people.
You mean if they give us candy, don't take it?
Don't take candy from... Look both ways before you cross the street, all that.
Don't talk to weird birds.
Or weird head?
Or weird heads. You hear bones rattling? Go the other way.
And then I'll send them on their way. And I will mark them for, I'm gonna just
Dad.
spend it.
That's what I was thinking too.
I'll spend an hour to cast, like, because she just showed me that she can just teleport past my alarm. So I'll spend an hour to set, like, alarm trip lines that won't go off if we walk through them, but will go off if someone else walks through them.
Gotcha.
Well, that's a good point. A 15-year-old just bypassed your alarm.
Yep.
Without even really thinking about it, just, I want to talk to these people. There I am.
So I will set alarm trip lines in the room. The alarm trip line is invisible because the alarm is when you set the alarm, it makes an invisible line. So I'll set it to where it won't break if we walk through it, but it will break it if someone else walks through it or suddenly lands in it.
You detect magic and just see like tripwire like all over the place, like high security
I mean, you
museum.
would. You would be able to see it if you did that way.
Alright. And as y'all get out, you just see Kiara just like tapping her foot quickly. It's like, I thought he finally never stopped talking. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
And she's kind of tiptoeing down the hallway, just looking real carefully. She does until she finally gets down to one of the doors a little bit down, and she opens it and runs inside. Just like, come here.
As we're running inside, I kind of whisper to Luna, "Oh right, we're technically prisoners. That makes sense why she's tiptoeing."
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that bit.
Hey, y'all still in like full armor, just clunking along.
Yep.
I don't wear full armor. She does.
I imagine like she's the type that's humming like the Mission Impossible theme the whole time, and y'all are just walking along behind her.
If she knew it,
Kronk.
she totally would.
Yeah, she's Kronk. No, she's Kronk. She's
Yeah.
got her own theme.
She's drunk. Yeah, she's drunk.
Oh,
Alright.
God.
And she gets y'all in this room and closes the door behind it. And she's like, okay, now before you go in there, we have to swear to our new friendship secrecy. You will never tell anyone about this place.
I glance at Maddie. I'm like, okay, I swear.
Okay. I swear.
Cool, I can show you. And she walks over to one of the walls and she kind of pats around on it for a little bit, but then pushes in on one of the wood panelings and it eases in just slightly. And she slides it to the side. And a door opens up. And inside there is on the other side of it, you see kind of a cold room. It seems as cold air just starts to pour in through it, and she quickly grabs a few containers and sets them on the ground and shuts the door behind it. And she's like, y'all have never been to Merton before, have you? Oh, okay, great, you'll love this. I can't get enough of this stuff. And she rips open a container of it, and you see this dark color, just solid stuff in it. And she pulls out a few spoons and hands to him to each you. They call it creamed ice, something like that. It's chocolate flavored though. It's so good.
I take the spoon and try it.
It's good. It literally is chocolate ice cream.
Maddie
Is this
sniffs it and then she tries it.
The sweetest thing both of you have ever had. A little surprising, honestly.
Luna just had coffee, and now she's having chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
You look away for one moment from Maddie. You turn back around. Her whole mouth and face is covered in chocolate.
Same with Kiara's like, it's good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, don't eat it too fast. Your head will start hurting.
He's like, what are you talking about? And she starts shoveling, and she's like, oh.
Maddie, make a con save.
I'm not. You don't have.
Oh,
me
yeah,
set
yeah.
my-
Oh, okay. Let me get that set. But for now,
You can just tell me what to add real quick if you need me to.
oh, I just clicked it.
Oh, okay. My fate is in your hands, apparently. DM.
Ow.
Oh no! Oh no!
For a second, everything freezes. And Maddie, you just slump against the wall, unable to move. You don't understand it.
Why did something so good hurt?
I'm guessing that's the brain freeze you were talking about. I say to... Oh my gosh, I forgot her name.
Kiara.
Kiara.
Yeah, that's happened to me plenty of times. You eventually get to the point where it doesn't bother you anymore.
I'd rather not get to that point. I say as I slowly eat my ice cream.
That's smart. I just don't get cold, so yeah, it doesn't bother me much.
It hurts. It hurts so good.
I know I do stupid things. You do stupid things. It's fair.
Oh, but now we can all do stupid things together, like the books I read. It'll be great now.
We'll give the
Luna-
group a heart attack.
If Luna was more personable, she would probably give Kiara a hug, but she's not, so she's just like dying on the inside, like, little girl.
But oh, I blanked on what I was going to say. I apologize. Yeah, Kiara's just, y'all spend a while talking to each other, and yeah, I don't remember what it is. Kiara's like, yeah, so that's the freezer in there. It's a little side project the guild does where to make this creamed ice stuff for some of the businesses in the fun districts. And yeah, not all bombs and acid we make.
Well, nice to know you guys do make and stuff.
Yep.
As long as you don't eat it too fast, I say as I glance at Maddie.
She's finally like starting to feel better, and she's just like, "Oh, I want more."
I can't believe you got a nat 1 on that.
You probably got a brain freeze so cold that you for a second blacked out.
Like she had her head was between her palms and just squeezing.
Turned into Victor Freeze for 2 seconds. Right. But anyways, y'all just talk for a little bit, just about various things. Not all of it really matters. But eventually she gets to the point where she's like, well, I guess it's time to get y'all back. Y'all honestly need to rest.
Yeah.
And me, I need to get back to my room in case Rawl does show up there.
Yeah, I just remembered that I drove a team, or not team, but I drove the horse for a very long time. Which means
Maddie's just ready for bed.
Yeah, what are undead like?
evil and they all need to perish.
Smelly.
Noted. Smelly. Huh. Okay, that makes sense. I guess they smell like the rotted death. That makes sense.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's not too far out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, I just got to, Oh, y'all have holy magic. I bet you're really good at that. Well, I guess I could set one on fire. I never tried.
Oh, set it undead on fire.
Okay.
I just like using guiding bolt.
I
That's
just
a
like
cleric
cutting
thing.
them down.
Oh, that works. I'm still new to magic, but I'm learning. Apparently I pick it up really quick, so we'll see how it goes.
By the looks of it, you did get past our friend's alarm spell pretty quickly.
Oh, he cast alarm? Oh, I didn't even realize it.
I can't wait to tell him that.
I just got excited and teleported into the room. I was just waiting to scare Amarok, and I don't know. I found out I could talk to y'all. I got a little excited and just wanted to get in there as soon as possible, and yeah, that happened.
Somewhere Marcus's ears are burning.
Luna's just looking forward to it. Telling him.
Right. Anyways, she gets up and she puts her hood up. I better get back to my room before anyone sees me.
Alright, yeah. You be careful.
Bye.
Oh, no one's caught me yet. Don't worry. And she turns invisible.
I wonder if there's a way we can learn that.
That'd be nice.
That would be.
Does this mean we're like the Three Musketeers?
Yes, right now, yes. I just have to make sure we get back to our room without anyone seeing us.
Alright, let's go. It's gonna be very difficult with. She looks down. Me, but let's go.
Now, why did you leave your armor?
Look. The last time I was left alone in a place I thought I was safe, it popped up in the window.
Okay, yeah, fair.
I ain't trust nobody.
Hey,
I ain't trust nowhere.
I
You left
resent
me.
that. You fell asleep. I thought you were
You
safe.
left me. We all thought I was safe in that room.
I came back.
You did.
You have to roll for, like, sneaking back or anything, or are we good?
Yeah, roll stealth.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Ruh-roh. Because I got disadvantage. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yep, you do.
I mean, I got nothing to add to that, so, Did it go through?
It's not coming up on my end. Oh, there it is.
Ah, there it is.
Oh,
9.
oh dear.
I think even Marcus can hear you coming.
I think even Harper, who's no longer with us, can hear you coming.
So, Luna, you start making your way down the hall. Everything's going perfectly fine. Then you just hear... As you look back, and Maddie's like trying to shimmy against the wall, but her armor's scraping against it.
I need you to
Still
stop
covered
doing
in
that.
chocolate.
At that point, you see someone in a chair, like, kind of lean out of the door, just like, just looking down away, and sees y'all. He just like leans back into his door, just uncaring.
Okay, well that's fine. I walk up to Maddie and just kind of like get a piece of cloth. Oh, I can't get that. Never mind. I start to reach for my bag and then I'm like, nope, don't do the bag.
They come all bursting out. That would be bad.
I just take the sleeve of my robe and just like wipe her face and get some of the chocolate off. And then pull her away from the wall and I'm just like, don't do that. You're just making more noise.
Oh, sorry.
And then head back to the room.
Her eyes are
Continuing
like
back to
dilated like a cat's from all the sugar. She's like, oh. Okay.
Just wait till your stomach figures out what you did.
Yep.
Oh.
So both of you make it back into the room. Amarok, Cyrus, and Marcus, you see both of them walk in. They seem to have a lot of brown material all over their face.
What did you do? I like walk up to them and cast precipitation on them.
I just say thank you. I couldn't get it all off of Maddie's face.
What happened?
You just look into Maddie's eyes. Her eyes are dilated like a cat's, and she's just staring back at you.
And this one seems like she's seen some stuff recently.
Kira is an interesting enabler.
Yeah.
And let's just leave it at that.
'Cause we
Well,
can't
I mean,
tell you.
that makes it sound like y'all did something illegal.
I don't really know if what we did was
I
illegal or
don't
not.
know. I don't know.
Well, since you're back in the room now, and we're under the more, I put more trip lines down in here. I'll then walk over to them. I'll like open their bags and I'll wince a bit for a second.
So glad I remembered not to open my bag.
But that is also something that I was thinking about doing now that we are traveling out on the road more. I can do that. I'll probably do it on a different part of your bag so that you can have more access to your bag. But that way, it's an alarm system. Only I'll be able to hear it, but as long as I'm with the others, we'll be able to know something's up.
Alright. And with that, everyone getting settled in and getting resting, unless y'all have anything you'd like to do quick. I feel like this would be a good time to take a break real quick, since we're getting to the midway point.
And we're back. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, thank you for being patient, everybody. So, we come back into the party taking a well-deserved rest. Everyone except Maddie. Maddie, Maddie and Luna, y'all are just staring at the ceiling right now.
Silently vibrating.
Yeah. Yeah, being on a bunk bed is just, being on a bunk bed is just slowly rocking as the night goes on. But
Count the
eventually
planks in the ceiling.
sleep
Everybody
does
wakes
take...
up.
Oh, go ahead.
I said everybody wakes up and we're just hanging from the rafters.
You've built a fort somehow.
What about the
bird's
hammock?
nest.
Yeah, sleep does take you eventually, as all of you are completely drained. The sugar does keep you up for a little longer than you expected, but you eventually just go out completely.
In other words, don't wake the twins.
The next morning, there's a knocking on your door, and you just hear Myra's voice saying, "Good morning, everyone. I hope rest found you good. Breakfast is waiting in the cafeteria, and Rawl's expecting to see you by 7."
Question. So does he knock on our door and just walk in?
No, you just hear a voice on the other side
Hey,
of the door.
oh no, it was going to get real bad for Marcus if she did that, because she would have tripped my alarms.
That would have been a huge wake-up call for you.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, just give us a moment, and we'll be ready. I'll talk back through the door.
Alright, I will see y'all in the meeting room.
What time is it now?
Oh, it's 6 a.m.
Really?
We said the twins really did make a nest up in the rafters.
Sure.
Yep.
You wake up and they're not there.
Panic.
Look around the room.
You see a leg hanging off.
All right.
Just a leg, no body.
Yep.
I cast precipitation, but I just to do it gently. I'll create the sound of a music box going off up there where they're at.
Oh.
You get pillows thrown down at you.
I would think if we seriously passed out after being, 1, exhausted, and 2, hyped up on sugar and caffeine, I would imagine it'd be very difficult to wake us up at all.
Yep.
I got a big pokey stick. I can get you out.
Use minor illusion and like air horn sound up there.
Mm-hmm.
He
Sure.
pokes us with a stick, but he gets dragged up there with it.
Use the air horn. I use guiding bolt.
Girls ain't playing.
Well, we'll let them sleep in for a bit, I guess. They did want to talk to us.
I
Probably
guess.
should have came right. Probably should have came right to bed.
Well, I guess they won't be getting any coffee though.
Or donuts.
Yeah.
You see, like, you hear some rustling. And then you
Just
see
kind of
the tip of Maddie's head peeking over. And she's just
staying
like,
with Luna.
donut.
Yes, we're going to a very early breakfast meeting. So there would be coffee and donuts and other breakfast consumptions there.
Let me converse with my sister.
There's a
And
second.
pulls Luna back.
I want sleep, but I want donuts.
Sleep or donuts and coffee.
Go to the coffee. I want donuts, but I don't want to talk to people.
Same.
People suck right now.
Yeah.
That dude's really
Can we
loud.
sneak donuts and then come back and get sleep.
Oh. You have to take off your armor.
This is true.
Take off your armor. We can go get donuts, and then when they're not watching, sneak away. Because I kind of don't. Because that dude that Amrock knows is really loud.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
with him.
I'm
and
okay
sit
with this.
back. We're off though. Remember. After some conversing, you see the twins like start to climb down.
Okay. When they're climbing down, like Marcus will cast precipitation on himself to clean himself up. To get rid of the morning breath, he'll cast it on his mouth too.
You just not shower, that's all you do.
There's no point in showering when you have magic that does it.
Instead of Axe body spray, that's what you got.
Yeah, because he will also. He's kind of in a little bit more of a lax mood. He'll like run his fingers through his hair and cast precipitation and give himself kind of a lavender scent.
Oh my god.
Word City boy pops into my head.
Does anyone else want a scent for the day? I can do different scents. And like he's just holding his hand out to people.
I wouldn't mind.
What scent are
Here,
you
let
in the
me
mood
touch
for?
you.
What scent are you in the mood for?
How about honeysuckle?
Snap my fingers and give him honeysuckle, just kind of like in the neck area of cologne.
Thank you.
And what about you? What about you, Amarok? Come on, we're going to a meeting.
Nah, they know what I'm about. I'll stick with
I'll just cast precipitation on the twins since they literally just rolled out of bed. All right, let's go to a meeting and see what they have to talk to us about. And if we're actual prisoners now, because he said that the other people might arrest us.
Now, is the breakfast at the meeting or is it somewhere else?
Oh, she.
I imagine it's at the meeting from what they said.
Where's the
For
donut?
what, Amarok, for what you know, they're probably wanting you to go to the dining hall.
Like, I'll just start walking and expect y'all to follow.
I mean, I guess he knows where he's going.
All right, let's go and impress these people, and hopefully they don't throw us behind actual bars for some reason, because this is our fault.
Oh, this
So,
is actually our fault.
Shut up, never take blame.
You're too far ahead, you can't hear me.
I can hear everything. I have enhanced hearing, baby.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh no. That
Refuse
was
to
my-
believe that.
So, y'all follow him all the way to the mess hall y'all saw earlier. There's a few people up and about right now, just a lot of people that look absolutely drained. They all have the same look that Marcus usually has when he was going for a while without coffee, but then instantly start perking up when they do.
It's like a drug.
Yes, it's a drug,
They just
and
look for the donuts.
it's a legal drug that a lot of people need just to make it through the day.
As you get in there, you see there's a lot of tables lined up. There's there's a long buffet line where people just get a tray, they fill it up, and sit down and eat. It's a pretty nice setup, honestly.
I just get donuts.
Donuts.
Now you
We're gonna
too.
have to get you some kind of nutrition
need-
plan.
Yeah, you need protein as well.
Is there bacon?
I was promised donut.
I say, it's like, you need to
Ooh,
eat,
bacon.
have a healthier
Bacon.
diet as I like stuffed donuts in my mouth.
When I
I'm
see
not
you
talking about
do
me,
it,
I'm
I'll
talking
do
about
it.
y'all.
When I see you do it, I'll do it.
Except
You're
for
still
bacon.
young.
Give me the bacon.
You're still
Oh,
young
oh,
and
bacon.
growing.
Like, you're started going on this rant, and the entire time she's like shoveling bacon and donuts in her mouth, and she's like,
Same.
Start carb loading here.
Y'all ever find a carnival selling the carny food? Y'all going to die.
I mean, I think they literally just had sugar for the first time yesterday.
I mean, you introduced us to coffee. You're
yeah.
gonna introduce us to sugar. You're a bad influence too, Marcus. I hate to break it to you.
Fair point. I didn't really think much of it at the time. I had coffee at a young age.
He gave drugs to children.
He still has drugs on him.
Whoa,
No, he gave him the chopper. You gave half of your drugs.
Whoa, shut your mouth! You can't just be saying that out loud.
I was about
I'm
to
walking down
say,
the hallway of a hotel here.
Amarok, with your knowledge, you know that most drugs are legal here.
He don't know that though.
I just wanted to say you know that.
Oh
You
yeah,
can do whatever you want with that information.
Come on. Like, Emerald, you gotta be cool about this. I don't wanna, like, come on. Also,
Oh, God.
I only have it because I plan on doing something beneficial with it.
Okay, like taking the edge off the day. Been a particularly
No.
hard day, can't cope.
No. I plan on making it into a form of medicine if I can. I mean, a less harmful form of medicine.
Alright.
I lean over and whisper to Maddie while they're having this whole little discussion about the drugs. I lean over to Maddie and I'm like, hey, I don't think we can sneak away because this whole meeting is because of the undead and the hags, and that's kind of our fault. I think we actually have to go to it.
Oh. So what's my armor?
We can sneak away as soon as he's done yelling at us.
Okay.
See,
Maybe there'll be
And then
chairs.
she grabs another donut and starts munching on it sadly.
So this is
While
like
I'm-
the first time that we've seen Maddie without her armor, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and honestly,
She's suddenly a lot
for those
smaller.
who can see, like, has a higher perception, you actually notice a faint scar up closer to her neck. That looks like it leads down.
If you notice Luna, for every donut she eats, she sticks one in her pocket. The same for the bacon.
Maddie's helping you.
Cyrus, I think they are picking up some bad habits from us.
You mean survival habits? As I start doing the
Yes.
same.
You really are the bad influenced uncle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be eating a modest breakfast of a balanced assortment of whatever they have here. Because I doubt there are any donuts left at this point.
No. You notice in particular most of the crowd is actually sitting down with just a plate of coffee and donuts.
Oh, so they don't need a... I mean, I guess this is technically an academy, so alright. I will get a cup of coffee and try to sneak a donut before they're all being stuffed into the twins' pockets.
Just take one out of their pockets. Chances are you can do it.
I will bite you.
Pickpocket a donut.
A 13.
Oh, I'm checking the donuts. I'm hyper aware of the donuts. Can I roll?
You'd have to exceed your passive perception, mainly. Which is
That's
pretty...
It's 19. I so beat him on that.
Yeah, I know. I rolled low for me on sleight of hand.
Alright, how do you handle him trying to take your donuts?
Just rolling at one.
Grab his hand and pull it up to my mouth like I'm gonna bite him and be like, "Don't do it again," and then let go of him.
I then put my hand away, reach into my pack, grab one of my rations then, I guess.
When Luna's not paying attention, Maddie sneaks over and she slightly passes him a donut.
I was actually gonna give him a donut when he was saying that.
Sour Patch
Oh.
Kids. Sour, sweet. Gone.
I'll eat your hands. Here's a donut.
No, don't just steal. Ask.
Oh god.
Fair point. Fair point. Also, don't take up that habit either. I just realized I displayed a bad habit in front of you just there.
Yeah, so who's
You
one star?
wonder why they're getting further and further a little corrupted.
Every day
I
the
love that
first.
we're the skill of hindsight here. I'm gonna
Yep.
try to do this thing.
After-
Oh, I failed. Hey, y'all don't do that. That was bad. That's a bad thing to do. Don't do it.
It's parent logic. Don't do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah. Oh.
After finishing up y'all's breakfast, y'all head back up to the meeting room, and make it just in time, as y'all are all pretty exhausted. But you get back to the meeting room, and you see that same businessman from yesterday still in there, bright and early, just watching y'all go into the room. It's like, what? Them again? Seriously?
Hey,
I
bud,
wave at them.
What can we say? I mean, it's hard life. And then I'll just kind of brush past and keep walking.
Just munching on bacon as I walk past him and go and just kind of shrug and keep going. Just bacon.
Yeah. Myers like, sir, your support is very valuable to us, and we will get to you as soon as we can.
Maddie goes and skips with bacon in her mouth to Luna.
Yeah, my rope has deep pockets.
And door shuts behind. And you see Rawls in the room, and Luna just taking a look at him. The deep bags that are already under his eyes seem to be even deeper. And you see the coffee mugs that have been piling up on his desk have just grown more over time.
I think we're all gonna have a headache after this.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, wait, no, it's morning, ain't it? Yeah, it's morning.
Fortunately, yes.
Morning, everyone. And as y'all get to move to your seats, you see the room is actually populated with a few more people. Myra's in the room as well. She kind of takes a spot next to Rawls' desk and sits down and then just flips a few pieces of paper back and looks like she's ready to take some notes. You also see Mugen, the person you saw on the battlefield yesterday, the one that downed a giant in front of y'all. He's there as well. He's there, still in armor, dressed up like he's ready for battle, not really here for a meeting, and just kind of waves to all of you. The next figure y'all notice is actually an elven woman. You see a shorter elven woman with short green hair, bright blue eyes, greenish skin as well. She's kind of leaned back wearing leather armor with a trident thrown over her shoulder, and she just sees all of y'all. Like, hey.
Hello.
Hey. And finally, the mirror you saw yesterday that was set up in here, you actually see a face on the other end of it. And Amarok, you look in the mirror and actually see Seymour's face on the other side of it. As it's like, oh, Amarok, hey.
Hey.
We're all like,
So.
oh, let's get this. No, don't let me be rude.
Oh, he cut out.
It always cuts out at the perfect moment.
I was literally looking at our pictures, and I just saw his cut completely out.
Yeah, I wonder
He's
if he
still
knows
yelling
he's
at
cut
someone.
out.
There he goes.
You have a are you back?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think he's back. Alright, he's trying again.
It's all the different personalities fighting for control.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're back. You have a perfect timing for cutting out because you literally said, "I don't want to be rude," and then you cut out.
Yeah, oh, you just said, I don't want to be rude. Amarok, what do you have to say?
So you can obviously guess by, I'm sure, what you've been filled in, that things hadn't exactly gone well.
Are you saying that to Seymour?
Yeah.
Seymour's like, yeah, I go away for a month and you have an army of the undead chasing you? That's something. And Rawls like, yes, Seymour, it's something. And at that point, Rawls like, well, I guess it's time to introduce. This is, I guess you can call them a council. I don't know. It's the people I trusted enough to actually give the coins to. First off, you've already met Mugen and Myra. Mugen's the head of security in a research ward, and Myra here is my secretary. And As for those you have not been acquainted with yet, this is Anthea. We used to travel together back in the day. She currently runs a shop in the research ward.
What was
She's
that
going,
name?
Xanthia. With it's like ZANTHIA.
A.
Yeah. And she's like, "Hey, need magic items? I'm a girl."
Well, being that, we may have something to talk about after this meeting. I'm Marcus.
Okay. Marcus?
Hi, I'm Cyrus.
And Rawl's like, and finally, we have Seymour here. One of Amarok's oldest friends, and another old compatriot of mine. He's here. Hey, I'm Seymour. You just hear a voice behind Seymour. Just, oh, has it started? He's like, yeah, it has. He's like, oh no, I want to be part of it. And you just see a hand placed on his shoulder as a woman comes into the frame of it, just pushing a chair up next to him. As you see a woman in just kind of a just white sundress. She's wearing a white sundress and a straw hat. She's got long, kind of silverish hair with just bright purple eyes. But you see, her eyes don't really seem to be looking at the screen. It seems like she doesn't have vision. As she's kind of looking off to the side of the mirror, she's like, "Hi, I'm Indigo. It's good to be here." And
Indigo? Indigo?
yeah, that's my name.
I was saying that, sorry, out of character, sorry. I just kind of like said that.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, Indigo.
Right. Yeah, great to meet you too. You all sound so lovely.
My name is Marcus.
Marcus? Yes.
And nice to meet you, Indigo. I'm Cyrus.
Okay. Oh, give me a second. And she kind of puts her hand on Seymour's head, and he's like, "Hey, don't." And you see her eyes flash for a second. Okay, that's what you all look like. Okay, I get it now.
It just happened.
Forgive me. Forgive me. This is my eyes right here, Seymour.
Uh,
And Seymour's like, I'd like to think I'm a little more than that, but yes, I assist her. And at that point, Rawl's like, Seymour, did you really have to bring her into the call? And he shrugs like, she insisted. Okay, all of my most trusted people and this mysterious spellcaster here all just want to go over what we know and the dangers taking place. But I do have a bit of good news, actually. The undead problem has been mostly taken care of.
Excellent.
Are there any more crows diving into the ground?
Well, your info about the crows did help. We sent out a squad of archers to start targeting all them. The crows actually started to flee after that. Then there was just the undead problem. With some contacts we have, we got a hold of some undead hunters that were actually in the area. And they took a pretty good chunk of their big numbers out. After that, we struck a deal with Advent that we set up a bounty of gold for undead head they're able to bring back to us. And yeah, pretty much everyone that knew how to use a blade started going out there trying to get some killed. So there's just remnants out there getting killed right now, and other than that, it's a bunch of cleanup crews going through, digging mass graves and doing some funeral pyres. So it may smell bad for a few days, but other than that, things are about as normal as they can be, I guess. Now it's
Hey.
just a matter of the source. I apologize. What were you about to say, Luna?
I was actually gonna ask, DM, did Maddie
yeah.
and Luna get a long rest, or did they get a short rest?
Y'all got a long rest for simplicity's sake. I'm going to say y'all were just exhausted enough that no matter how wired you felt, as soon as you hit the bed, y'all were out.
Okay. Just making sure of that real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, for all game purposes, y'all had a long rest.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
Well, we know of the source. It was the crow.
Ah, wonderful. And I feel like I should also clarify, you can trust everyone in this room, because I trust them. The mage I don't know much about, but she seems alright. You see your Indigo say, "Oh, thank you."
Well, the source, it was the crow, but prior to the crow showing up, it was one of her sisters who showed up. And then the crow did what
Deadhead.
she did.
And
I would also like to add that she did that through a decapitated head.
that's gross.
Pretty much so. He was carrying it around, going to Marcus.
Everyone in the room just looks dead at Marcus for a second.
To add context to what this young one here just blurted out, I was carrying it for evidence reasons. Because I was carrying it for evidence reasons. There was no magical aura coming off of it. I checked it previously. There were no runes on it. I did a thorough check over it. It seemed with no magical connection to it, it just suddenly animated and started talking to us.
Rawl just sits down at his desk and just rubs his temple real quick, and he's like, "So,
You just hear the sound of crunching bacon.
Yep.
you know how the scrying spell works, right?"
I personally do not. I haven't encountered it myself in practice.
Essentially, they can already lock onto y'all through normal means, but since you have something that they know of, they could lock onto it even easier through other means, like locate object spells and other things. And other than that, a hag's magic's simple at baseness. I mean, you're kind with your inventions, alchemy, similar principles, arcane and divine. There's pretty simple base structures behind it all. Hag magic doesn't have that. As you saw that they were able to communicate with you through a decapitated head.
Oh, well, now I do know with previously gained information that I did not have before, and will not make the same mistake that I made of gathering in potential evidence and bringing it with me.
I hope so. I have a feeling since this head was mentioned, something else happened with this head.
Yes, and it was connected to the crow. The crow did appear before us before and attacked the town over from here. But, well, didn't do a full siege on that town, but in the attack, someone did fall. She removed their head and animated it.
That's despicable. Well,
And if I may speak,
you can.
well, another thing that is concerning is that the crow wasn't actually the one in full control of the head either. It was her sister. Meaning, 2 of the hags we know of are joining forces. That seems to be the bigger concern than just the crow.
Didn't they say that there were 3 sisters?
But we only
Yes.
know of 2 teaming up right now.
And we have yet to have an encounter with a third one.
But, worst case scenario, they could be teamed up.
At that point, he's like, Xanthi, you looked into him like I asked, right? And Xanthi's like, yeah, I did. So they haven't teamed up in a long time for all our official reports. They may have, we just haven't been aware of it. So that is a new thing and a very concerning thing at that. And Ron's like, well, there you go. There's something special going on for you a lot. Because the crow apparently saw you multiple times, and for all our records, bad omen, yada yada yada, bringer of doom, whatever. There's something about your group that's attracting her. Obviously, and it's been enough that now 2 of them are involved. This progresses, and 3 of them get involved. That's going to be a mess, since one has a domain over animals, one has a domain over nature, the other one has a domain over the freaking weather. That's literally everything around you is coming at you at that point.
Oh, weather. There was a storm that night.
Rawl just puts his head into his desk.
Would she have done that?
Well, potentially,
You just
but
hear, possibly.
I mean, from what I noticed, the storm didn't just suddenly appear. It rolled in, so it might have been something. If that sister was involved, she gradually conjured it, but it rolled. It didn't suddenly appear above us. It rolled in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't know how her magic works. Maybe that's how her magic does work. Maybe she was just gearing up for it.
Or potentially being subtle about it, not to draw attention.
As well.
Or she's weak.
No, they're not weak.
No.
I know you're probably joking, but they're not.
No, I'm talking about, what if she's not at her full strength?
Now that's a more interesting theory, I'll give you that. Because we'll say they can't be at their full power because they're outside of the Feywild. That's where their real power resides, to my knowledge.
They're not at their full strength. Oh, that's depressing.
And alarming.
Yeah, that too.
Indeed. So... yeah, that's... y'all haven't gone near to Shade Grove Forest, have you?
At the we were actually near that, right? Like we were pretty close to that. Like,
That's where y'all were trying to go.
yeah. Oh yeah. We didn't actually go in it. We were near.
Not kinda, because Merton's pretty close to the Shade Grove Forest already, and the town you were in's a little bit of ways from it. But the place y'all are wanting to go with the Temple of Four Elements, that's supposed to reside in the Shade Grove Forest. So that's where it's come up before.
So technically,
Well-
this is the closest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So We did not go into the forest, but we were considering it to find out more information, but we were going to come here first before we went in.
More information on what going into that hellhole?
I mean, we've had dealings with these hags, twice. So
Times.
yes, three times. Sorry. But we had dealings with these hags, and then we thought we could potentially find more information in a place where not a lot of people go, since they like secluded locations.
They don't go there for a reason. But you do make a point, though I feel that you're trying to discover more about hornets by sticking your hand in there.
Someone had to get stung the first time.
Well, to be fair, the hornets are kind of following us.
That is also fair. We just need to get to the root of why they're following you, get rid of it, and just call it a day.
Luna slightly chokes on the donut she's eating.
DM, can I just make a general looking at the people, and since we've just met these people, kind of just looking to see if anything is off, maybe about their body language, if they're reacting to anything we're saying in a way unnatural way.
Make an insight check.
They're all actually hag.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Alright. All of them seem pretty even. All of them seem to be studying you pretty closely. Seymour in particular, and so is Myra. She's actually been jotting notes on pretty much everything that's been said tonight. Mugen and Xanthia seem a little more relaxed than most, but that just kind of seems like their personalities. They don't really seem to stress over things much. Rawl, he's been poring over every word you said, and he just looks absolutely exhausted and done. But as far as body language go, nothing really seems off about anybody.
You want to walk a little bit closer to Rawl and just maybe something that I could maybe whisper, but I'm not trying to be blatantly obvious that I'm whispering something.
I'm just staring at Marcus while he's doing it, because I'm just about to say.
You're telling me that we've met you today. Well, yesterday. So you trust everyone in this room 100% out of your council.
Yes, they're in my council.
Fair enough. We know the reason that they're following us.
You hear more choking from Luna?
Maddie starts choking too.
Finally! Alright, what is it?
Then
Maddie starts shrinking.
I'll walk over to the twins and I'll kind of just
Same. Luna's slowly walking toward the door.
Yeah.
trying
to escape.
I'll walk over to the twins, but I'll try to shield their faces from stand in front of them, but to where they're not being directly looked at by everyone else in the room. We have a
Oh.
Oh, you cut
Look
out.
at that! He perfect
out.
timing! Yes!
Perfect. Yeah, we can leave.
Marcus just lost his voice.
Sorry. We know. Sorry, I cut out because I let my finger off the button for a sec. We know that they're looking for these two in particular.
Oh.
Luna swallows hard. Luna swallows hard. to be able to speak around the donut that she's been like trying to swallow so she can speak. And she's just like, I feel like we should have discussed this before you said something.
Yeah, like that. It's kind of like
You're outing
thrown
something
under the
that's
bus just a little bit.
yeah.
Oh.
Amarok, you told me that you trust these people 100%. I don't sense anything off about their general body language. So, if you trust these people 100%,
They just said get rid of the problem. That would mean get rid of us.
Yeah, that's also their business. If they want to talk to them and seek help, let them do it. I'm here to help, but I ain't gonna force it on anyone.
Okay,
Right now.
a few things. One, the one throwing the biggest fit about the protective custody thing, that is absolutely hilarious. That you're the one that's part of the root of this. And Amarok also expected you to be the one telling me this, not the guy I literally met yesterday, so that's slightly disheartening.
Look, everyone's free to make their own choices. I was gonna let them make theirs.
Fair.
now that I
Does this
think,
mean you're going to get rid of us?
No, we're not gonna get rid of you.
I want to. I also
Raul
wanna
actually
about
walks
that.
around his desk and he actually just kind of kneels down in front of y'all. Just look, I don't want to hurt you. I want to help you. I assure you. Okay. I just need to find out what it is, and I can help you. When I said get rid of it, I don't mean get rid of you physically. Just find a way to. If there's something about you that they want, just help you with it, or if not, find a way to protect you or arm you to where you can deal with these things. All right? I assure you, that's all I want.
Insight.
Insight.
Yep, inside.
Feel free to roll
He
it.
touches you both and you turn to dust.
What?
Nothing.
Raul was
Maddie has
Thanos
trust
all along.
issues.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Holy crap. I rolled it like a 2.
Yeah, Luna, you're having trouble, but Maddie, you see 100% genuine. He's making full eye contact with you. There is weight behind his words. Like, this normal, like, exhausted, just annoyed persona that he always has going on seemed to fade away into this more softer side for a moment. As he does seem genuinely concerned for you.
I glance around at everyone else.
Yeah.
See what their reaction is.
Congratulations, you just got adopted.
Yeah.
You are
I
now
will
their
say
squishy.
with you rolling a 20, you see, like, even to the degree that he just seems really invested in this, more than you'd expect. You're not sure what it is, though.
I'm assuming you're talking about Maddie saying this or seeing this.
Yeah. This is all Maddie. Luna, you're just kind of like,
You don't trust
You're a
anyone.
little distracted right
Touch
now.
me!
But Luna, looking around the room, everyone else seems at a pretty even state as well. Mugen's about the same. Xanthe seems a little bit more interested. Seymour's also just studying this deeply. And as you're looking at the mirror, with you able to read lips, you see Indigo whisper to Seymour, "This is getting interesting."
I
just
love my
say-
drama shows.
I just say out loud, directed toward Indigo. You have no idea. Interesting
Maddie
it is.
Maddie turns to Luna and she just makes eye contact. Pretty much just with our little weird twin thing, asking her with her eyes if we should say anything. Or finish explaining at least.
I just nod my head. But yeah, we should finish explaining. If we've gotten this far, might as well tell them the rest.
She takes out a piece of bacon.
Well,
Thought we ate all those.
Y'all are gonna
I was
get
hiding
fat.
some from you. I wanted some too.
Trail.
Shoves it in her mouth real
Hey.
quick. She's like, fine. She's stress eating right now.
Rawl is still like bent down in front of y'all as this bacon grease everywhere.
She has like crumbs around her face. She's like,
You got crumbs in this guy's carpet.
Just chipmunking the piece of bacon into your mouth.
Yep.
Just use my sleeve again and like wipe Maddie's face again.
well,
Oh god.
you see, we
I
were
didn't
told
know-
it was a curse.
Yeah, a curse that's on us.
Two of you make another insight check real quick.
Who, us two?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Since you are actively watching his face.
I am.
Whoa!
Jeez.
We're trying to smell out the bull crap. We're like, where is it?
They see this man's soul. They see his
Nat
being.
20s. The
She
twin
told
power
me-
is real.
She's fueled up on bacon and donuts. She wants to know the truth.
Holy twin powers activate. They look at this guy's essence.
They took one of the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was great.
That was
Literally went from seeing nothing to seeing everything.
You look at him in the eye, and as soon as y'all say cursed, you see something just drop in him. Like, he went from this real apathetic stance he's always had to just look of pure sympathy in his eyes. And it looks like just that word bothered him really bad, in particular when he said it.
I don't like the look you just made.
No, just... Sorry. And he stands up real quick and just turns his back to you like... Curse, huh? Well, you know the origin of it.
No. And we barely know
No.
how it works.
Yeah, the only people who's actually... Cause I don't remember.
Neither do I.
We don't remember anything. Only reason why we know about it is because the rest of the group told us.
Yeah, the guy saw us change.
As like Cyrus is in the corner eating his donut,
Change
like
form.
What's, change form? That's a weird curse. Like a Amarok can, or what?
Do y'all want to explain this? Because I have no memory or recollection on how anything happened.
Same. I only know from what you guys have told us.
Yeah.
I guess I've seen both of you the most clearly.
I think I've only seen one of you actually change, like, because Maddie was upstairs when I don't think I've actually seen Maddie do it yet. I've seen Luna do it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, Luna hurt me more than zombies did.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
I just kind of looked at you and I'm like, I did?
Yeah, you kind of exude a miasma, just kind of death, I guess. It seems to just sort of seep from wounds in a way.
And above table, I know we probably asked this, but how common are Asimars?
In their kingdom, not too uncommon. Like, the primary races in their kingdom is human and Asimar. Asimar are I'd say a good half of the population.
Okay, so would Cyrus know, like, what an Asimar is and like how they normally transform?
You have a pretty solid idea about it. You lived closest to him than anybody.
Okay. Back in character, I'm just pretty much going to explain. Well, they are Asimar, but the issue is their transformations altered. So the normal angelic form that they would have is tainted and dark. But it seems to happen whenever one gets injured.
That's peculiar.
And another thing is we found out that the crow can possibly trigger it as well.
Xanthia, could you... And Xanthia's like, oh, yeah, of course. And she stands up and walks over to you, and Xanthia's like, let me try something. And she will cast Remove Curse on you guys. And it's quiet for a second. She's like, it didn't take. And Raw's like, well, that's a problem.
What didn't take?
Well, she just cast Remove Curse on you, and it didn't do anything.
Oh.
At risk of
Oh.
sticking my own foot in my mouth, I do remember another little bit about just that, actually.
And that is...
When we've had it where someone tried to do that before and it didn't take then, do you remember that part? And I look at the twins.
Trying to remember.
Are you talking about
Oh, what's her face? Oh, I cannot remember her name.
the lady?
Yeah, it was when
Yeah,
we were
what's-
it's when we were in the woods.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
what's her
actually hear
name?
you actually hear Myra speak up, say, wait, you know my mom?
I'm sorry, what,
That's
Mom?
your mom?
You hear Raw like, of course your mom's involved in this. And Myra's like, yeah, that's my mom.
Well, she looked into our souls. And
I know that feeling, trust me.
and she said it was
Blood
sort of
curse?
entangled within us. Like blood. Like part of our DNA almost.
Rawls, just at that point, just looks even more concerned. I hate that, because your mom actually knows your stuff. And Myra's like, yeah, she's nuts, but I'll give her that. At that point, Rawl just... I have a possible solution, then. One moment. And he goes over to his desk, and you see in a pile of papers he has, he starts sorting through it. And just like throwing stuff off and just to the side until finally he pulls open an unopened envelope. Like, yeah, here it is. Myra, this is the one from Mary, right? It's like, did you not open it? And Raw's like, it's the same thing every year. And he looks to the rest of you like, I have a solution. It's not me, though. It's an acquaintance of me and Xanthia's. In a sense, acquaintance is the best word for it, I guess. What you have is what they say, it's going to take a powerful magic to unwind it. I know one person capable of doing it, but it's not going to be easy. And he's not just going to give it to you.
That's not surprising.
Nothing ever comes free.
Right, and this isn't a guarantee, but it's the best shot I have that he can make a difference for y'all. So, are you willing to take it? Because some things in life that you're born with, they're part of you forever. You just have to learn how to deal with it. But this, I'll do what I can to help you. I believe I can help you, though. If it's... All signs are pointing at the hags put this curse on you. If that's the case, it should be able to be broken through one mean or another.
Well, they did say they were... DM, buff table.
Yeah.
Didn't Harper tell us what he saw and heard Hag say to Maddie?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. And okay, backing. I said, yeah, according to what we were told the last time we changed and the hags were talking to her, and I point to Maddie, they were happy that we were changing.
Well, another thing to add to that is hags literally feed off people's suffering, so that's the thing. Anyways, so like I said, are y'all willing to try this then?
I just look at Maddie.
I mean, what else do we really got to lose in the situation?
Yeah, at this point, yeah. I turn back to him and say, sure.
Well, we got a dimension to travel to then.
Okay.
What?
And Xanthia's like, oh, you're talking about him, aren't you? And Ronald's like, yeah, I am.
Looks back
He
over
holds up
Maddie
this
and
letter
has
and
another donut.
He holds up this letter and is like, this is a invitation to what's called the annual War of the Lords. Essentially, through me and Xanthia's journey, we came across a few eccentric people. One of them happened to be a water gen. One very notable, powerful one with the ability to grant wishes. He likes to use this power to host interdimensional tournaments where people that have powerful servants or followers or slaves even will travel from all over the dimension and have a big pissing contest to see who has the strongest force. I've got an invitation for the last few years, but never actually taking it. The winner gets a wish.
Oh, that's
Also a good bit of prize money and stuff.
Prize money?
Iris down.
Yeah.
Okay, not really. I was just kidding.
Yes. Yes, so to my knowledge, it's a 5 versus 5 tournament for all the people to enter. You are allowed to bring a substitute though, in case something happens to one of the members of your team. But death is highly frowned upon. So it shouldn't happen. It very rarely happens.
I guess that's good.
Frowned
Also-
upon doesn't mean illegal, but it's better that it is frowned upon.
Yeah, there's healers on standby. Also, magic is allowed, but when it comes to magic items, each person's only allowed to bring one magic item in.
Well, that seems a bit biased to some, but alright.
It's just a way to keep balance, because some of these lords have a ton of money just they can throw out there.
Yeah, that would suck.
Exactly. You don't want to go with your +1 sword against someone with an artifact that has an undead soul trapped in it.
But I mean, if they are only allowed one item, they could still technically have a artifact with an undead soul trapped in it. It'd just
Okay,
be the
2
one.
artifacts then. Double the souls, double the fun.
I mean, this is, well, crazy on multiple levels. You're casually talking about a tournament where a wish is given up, but it's a option that we have.
And you say
Is there a
interdimensional.
time limit on this?
Yeah, the tournament's held at the end of the month.
And this is an interdimensional tournament.
Yeah, it's taking place in the elemental plane of water.
What other dimensions will be there?
Whoever answers the summon, it varies every year.
Okay.
I've never actually been myself, to be honest. The Mary's invited me every year, but I always felt I had better things to do. I don't got anything to prove to all of them. It'll be fun to show up a bunch of pompous extra-dimensional lords, but I don't really have a lot to prove to them.
Well, if it helps these two out, I'm on board. But what do you two think?
I guess. What's the worst that could happen?
Someone
Rawls, like,
could
don't
get.
say that.
He has a habit of saying that. He doesn't really expect the logical answer, even though I'm pretty sure at this point he knows the logical answer to that.
I really hope the undead horde isn't what you expected to be the worst, then.
Oh no. That one actually threw me for a loop.
I was about to say, I hope all of us half-elves ain't crazy. Alright then. Well, Hamrock, you're the only one that hadn't said anything. What say you?
Honestly, I'd rather not bet everything we have on. Because we have no idea what we're going against. We have no way to prepare for any of this. If we can find options in our dimension, we need to look into that first. We have time. So, this is a good option B. But I'd rather look and see what we have as an option A.
Well, I guess that's fair. Though I don't know really any other option at this point, and my resources. But that's my suggestion. Y'all have a month to prepare for this tournament, and even if you lose, all the other options will still be available to you on the material plane. And I'm sure there's always plenty of work to do in this town, and plenty of places to upgrade your gear and stuff. And at that point, Xanthe speaks up, like me! I have good single magic items.
Well, I
What you got
definitely.
offhand?
Oh, I'll get you back to the store and tell you. I could have sold some stuff, honestly, by the time we've had this conversation. A lot of people come through.
Oh goodness.
I definitely want to look at your stock. See, we have a month to prepare as much as we can. I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I don't know what was happening there.
I definitely,
It's all the sugar went to your head.
yeah. But I do want to prepare as much as we can if we do go with this option. We have till the end of the month to get as ready as we can with whatever projects we can get together.
Yep. At that point, Mugen speaks up and says, "Yeah, and with my resource in the guard, I could probably get y'all some jobs if y'all need some. So just let me know if that happens." And Seymour's like, "Yeah, and should I?" At that point, Raw's like, "No, I need you to stay where you are, Seymour. You know what you're doing is important. You're right." He kind of looks to Amarok a bit defeated. He's like, "Oh, good luck, buddy. I appreciate it."
We'll try not to have all the fun while you're gone.
Yeah. And Amarok, and Raw's like, "And I'll also be thinking of a sixth person to have because who knows? At least someone may actually like to travel to the plane in the water. At the least, it'll be a nice vacation. Mary's place is nice, as gaudy as it is."
We may or may not have another person, but we will definitely have to look into that.
Oh, he owes us one.
Does he?
I mean, we'll make him believe he does.
Are y'all talking about Harper?
Maybe.
I had somebody else in mind.
I was mulling around the idea, but like I don't know if we have anyone else that we can immediately grab up.
I got an idea. We met him a while back. He's very helpful. Dread Slayer.
Oh God, he would.
Oh, but
Yeah, dropping names here.
like Marcus actually laughs. Like if you said that out loud, Marcus will actually laugh at the concept.
I mean,
Hey, I would love to have him by my side.
I mean, you don't think he's a little busy?
I mean, we ran all the problem out of his town. He's got a little bit of free time. He needs a vacation.
Oh yeah, come.
He would be as a substitute. Okay?
Yeah,
It
cool.
gets him out, he can take a vacation, and if we actually need him, he would love to bust some skulls. Okay, in the name of justice.
Oh yeah, sure. Hey, you want to go with us on this vacation to another dimension where you potentially will have to get into a grueling fight that they're kind of loose on the rules on if you will maybe die or not, and they kind of frown on that.
well, Dread
And
Slayer's
can you
used to
see him saying
interdimensional
no to
travel.
that?
You do know he is a follower of Lorelei, the patron of sacrifice, and he said he owes you a debt. So that means he will do a lot for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Got my notes, baby.
And to be fair, he is used to interdimensional travel. He has been to other planes.
Lord, I mean, we do have a debt with him. I guess we could cash that in. Wow, okay.
We have a
It's
lot
an
of
option.
explaining to do to him too, though.
No time to
Yeah.
explain. Jump in this portal.
Grab a cactus.
The thing is, well, we have no way of getting. We have to send him a message to meet us here within a month's time if he agrees to even come.
Oh, there is a Messengers Guild here. And who is this fellow you know named Dreadslayer? Who names their child that?
I don't know if it's a title or his name, it may be, but he is
Who
someone.
names himself that?
I mean,
A weirdo.
Someone who takes intimidation very important.
Someone who slays Dread.
what Cyrus said.
I hate this guy already.
But he is someone we have helped in the past. He I said he owes us a debt. So we could potentially cash that in and get help. And there's no guarantee that he will even have to fight, so, it could be vacation for him, yes.
Right. And around that time, you actually hear a voice from the Raptors. I could be number 6.
No.
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 Definitely you're wrong. You. No. What they said. Wait, why are y'all saying no?
Well, it's like,
I'm legally
We're-
bound not to say.
Yep, same.
to be fair, we are already putting 2 16-year-olds in danger here. I preferred if we didn't put another young person in danger in a fight that, again, where it's not illegal to kill someone, just frowned upon.
Wait, how do you know about her?
She just spoke up.
I would like to point out that while I do agree that no to the 15-year-old coming with us, the 16-year-olds are also putting you guys in danger by being around you.
We're adults
Yeah.
we're adults who have decided this.
I'm a
True.
32-year-old with a low conscience.
At that point, Rawl is just deaf staring Amarok right now.
I just do a shrug, like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know about any secret rendezvous.
He just
I can
looks
roll
up.
and fail if you'd like.
Maddie is under legal.
You can.
You want me to
How
roll
far up is the
deception, or what
rafters?
am I rolling?
Hey, DM,
Roll deception.
how
There.
far up is the rafters?
30 foot up.
Could I try to throw a
Ooh.
donut up to her?
Make a strength check.
Oh, I have no strength.
Oh, he knows. You can do dex if you want. Throw the donut like a frisbee.
Wait, before she throws the donut, she grabs her hand and she goes, I got a better idea. Pass me the donut.
Okay.
If you eat it.
And she sprouts her wings and flies up.
Oh, that works too.
At that point, you also
Any
hear
sort of
Indigo say
subtle-
that. Hear Indigo say it on the other end of the line again. I love these people so much. They remind me of someone I knew a long time ago.
Oh.
And at that point, Rawl is just like, he went from a sympathetic look to just being absolutely done with the world again. And he's just like, consider
This is
your
what happens when I
protective
let my guard down.
consider your protective custody over, just to let me know if y'all go anywhere. And I'd prefer y'all stay here for the time being, but y'all welcome to go wherever you want. You got any questions, ask any of the people in this room, but for now, I've been up for... Myra, what time is it? About 8 o'clock. I've been up for 53 hours, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Holy crap, yeah, you go sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night. And he snaps his fingers and he disappears.
Oh, that's a neat trick.
So that's where she learned that from.
Are you still up at
Yeah.
the rafters?
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
just chilling up there with her now. Both snacking on
Aw.
donuts.
Come,
She flies
come
down.
get me. Come get me.
She flies down and she's like, come, let's go. And carries you up to the rafters.
Yeah.
Mugen speaks up for the first time the whole day and's like, honestly, I'm not mad at you, Amarok. She needed a girls her own age.
I know.
She just passes bacon over. She's like,
Right.
Hell,
But
they
anyway-
all
Smashing on
need
donuts and
friends.
bacon.
Yeah. Mugen's like, kind of smiles and he's like, yeah.
The two need friends that aren't constantly dying and bleeding around them, and she needs friends with some sort of experience in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. And At that point, Mugen gets up and dusts himself off. He's like, well, I guess I better get back to work. Let me know if y'all need anything. And at that point, Xanthia stands up and is like, yeah, I better get back to my shop. Need magic items. I'm your girl. And she snaps her fingers and disappears as well.
Oh, I want to go to her store.
So, are we the only ones in the room right now?
Isn't Indigo and
Indigo and Seymour just sitting on the other end of the mirror, like they're the last person in a Discord call. And Myra's also sitting at her desk, and she's like, "Oh, how's my mom doing, actually? Oh, did you see my daughter, actually? I haven't seen her in a while."
Your daughter?
Your daughter?
Lila?
Yeah, Lila. Yeah, Lila.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
they're
haven't
doing.
answered my letters lately.
They're
She's
doing
actually
fine.
helping your mother.
Well, at least she's safe.
I'd actually like
I,
to go over to the mirror and just kind of like wave at them.
Walk.
Seymour waves back, and Seymour kind of taps Indigo. You're getting waved at, and she's like, "Oh, hey."
This
I
is the
just
first
say
time
out
I've-
loud. I just say out
Go
loud,
ahead.
can we meet her? And I point toward the mirror and point toward Indigo. Can we meet her?
Seymour's like, "Oh, I'm sure she'd like to meet you eventually. It's just a matter of whenever I get back in town."
She seems fun.
I
Indigo's
love
like,
y'all
"Oh,
just completely ignore him and like, hey, we don't care about you. Who is she?
yeah."
Question: are y'all still up in the rafters?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
since the meeting has concluded, Marcus will walk up the walls up into the rafters with you. And when he's up there, okay, both of you, one here, and he like points to his face and like, go on, let me have it.
I throw a donut at his face.
No.
Kiara
This is-
slaps you.
This is your. It was their. It was.
Oh, I've
it
never
was-
done that before. That's exciting.
It was their free jab at me, Kiara.
Oh, it was? Oh,
You can
I
have
got too
mine.
excited. I'm sorry.
You gotta ball your fist up.
Oh, is that what my hand stings right now? You got a strong jaw.
Thank you. But you two, one free shot, both of you.
Oh. I'm not one to throw the fine. She throws another donut at you.
Yep, those are our free shots. Those are donuts.
I'll
Add a
take it for
smite
now.
onto that.
I'll take it for now, but I overextended myself in that meeting. I didn't even consider. I went tunnel vision again and didn't even consider how you might feel in that. I'm sorry. I want to help protect you both. I don't intend to let anything happen to either of you. I just got a little bit in my own head there for a sec and didn't think about what you probably want. I should have let you speak first, not me.
I would greatly appreciate that. But in this case, I guess it was a good thing that you did speak up, because now we at least might have a way to break the curse.
Yeah. So, cheer up, Buttercup. You did it.
First time I've been called a buttercup, but okay. But
Sure, the centaur didn't quite.
Say what?
I'm saying, sure, the centaurs didn't call you that.
no, they did not call me buttercup. But I'll keep that in mind. I'm not I'm a very straightforward person, and I can tend to not really think about stuff like that.
We've always
I mean,
sort of had each other's back, so it feels weird for other people to have our backs as well.
I grew up
Yeah.
I grew up being around dwarves who are intentionally very in-your-face type of people. And I was around my younger sister who is also kind of an in-your-face type of person as well. So it's kind of I try to get right to the point without really thinking about that. As long as I feel that I can trust the people, I'm more open to speaking with them about things, and I'll keep that in mind.
Then I think we're good. Now, the donuts. And sit down.
All right, I'll sit up here on the rafters with them, eating the donut.
Maddie passes some bacon.
At that point, you just hear Indigo say, "Y'all are so sweet. I just love y'all."
I thought she was gone.
No, she's
Nope.
still here.
No, she's watching this as sappy thing.
Well, she's blind.
Oh, I got excited when you said I was fun, and I just want to say, yes, I am quite fun. I know lots about fun.
Seriously, I want to meet her. She seems cool. We need more girls.
Yeah.
At that point, Myra's like, "Oh, maybe I actually get along with my daughter. I think y'all like each other. She's about y'all's age too. Well, a few years older. But I have a feeling I'm overstepping my welcome. I was just told to jot down everything, but it's not important anymore. The meeting's over."
No, you're good.
Okay. And Seymour's like, "Yeah, I should." And Indigo's like, "No, I'm enjoying this."
She overrules.
Where's the really?
I mean, it seems we're all having our late breakfast up here. If y'all two would like to get up here, I guess.
Can you
Nah,
reach
the
up there?
seat's got cushion.
Cyrus, do you want up here?
Yeah, sure. I'll just Misty step up.
I hand you a donut.
Thank you.
At that point, with the mirror only facing forward, and Seymour's not able to see above him, he's just like, looks at Amrock. "So, just us, huh?"
Yeah, the poor ground plebeians.
Oh, I can
I
guess
would-
why.
Mirror
I'm
off
not
the
there.
wall?
I
Oh
was
wait,
gonna
can
say,
we
I
get the
would
mirror off the
offer
wall?
to carry you up here, but she looks at Amrock. "You're a little too heavy for me."
I poke at Maddie. Can you get the mirror and bring them up here?
At that point, Seymour's like, "This is a very, very expensive magical item. I would not recommend that."
Wait, are you afraid that a magical item will fall and break if it hits the ground? It's a magical mirror.
A magical mirror, yes. Imagine all the bad luck that would bring.
I mean, we already have enough. What's a little more?
Indigo, and she's like, "Oh, he's doing that voice where I should stop, so bye, I'll miss y'all."
Bye.
Hi, we'll miss you
And the
too.
mirror image glues. And now all of y'all are officially by yourselves in this meeting room.
Is
And
Myra still there?
Myra actually did walk out a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
So
Was
are
there
they?
something you wanted to say to her?
No, I just didn't know if she's still in there or not.
So are the other people that were just sitting there waiting for a meeting? Are they gone?
You want to look?
I kind of want to look. Yeah, I'll just Misty step down again and just be like, peek out.
Kind of look, and you see the businessman actually stand up like, "Hey, oh, it's you again. Where's Raul?"
Oh, I'm sorry. Raul will have to reschedule your meeting.
This third day in a row!
I know, he's awfully sorry. But, you know, with the stuff that's been going on, he's been up for like 50-something hours.
You don't work here. Where's the regular woman?
Oh, she dismissed our meeting.
Maddie hears all the commotion, and she just flies down to the door, and she goes, "Is there a problem?"
Oh yeah, he's not leaving, even though Raul rescheduled his appointment.
With her wings and everything. Though remember,
she
you don't
like
have
walks
your
up.
armor on.
She just looks like very angelic, and she just walks up to him, and she's just like, you really shouldn't push the man. He's been up for 50-something hours. He hasn't had any sleep. He's trying to do the best he can. And you're just demanding all this from him? How would you do such a thing?
Eyes.
Roll guilt.
What would you like that to be? A persuasion or an intimidation roll?
Either would could work, actually.
Because you're being persuasive, but you're also an angel that just descended upon this man.
With pockets full of donuts.
And remember, you don't have your armor.
So she just looks like an angel. Nope.
Yep.
As it says in the Bible, fear not!
Intimidation.
That was one of my favorite details of the Bible, that every time an angel shows up, they're like, hey, don't be afraid of me.
Yet all of their descriptions are definitely something that you would be terrified of.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I feel like Bayonetta did one of the best visual descriptions of them.
My luck of rolls has disappeared for the night.
Oh, man. With an 8, it's like, he just walks off with a huff.
He still left.
Thank you for understanding.
He just slams the door behind him.
And it turns out his backstory is he's trying to get a loan to save his family business. Oh.
Well, she said that thanks for the support. So
I don't know.
But do you need to get down from here, Luna?
I mean, I could just fall, but that hurt. So yeah,
Well,
please.
Come here. And like Marcus will like grab her and then jump off. He'll click his boots together and I'll cast Featherfall. And it looks like blue flames are coming out of the bottom of his boots.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Nice.
What about Kira?
Oh yeah, y'all weren't alone. As finally, as you see, she actually is falling slowly next to you as well, casting Featherfall herself, and lands next to you, and it's like, well, that was fun. Kinda. Raul, I guess kinda approves of us.
He didn't say no.
Yeah, he hadn't said it yet.
And if he says no, we can ignore it.
I can do that?
of course you can.
Oh no.
And thus the chain of bad influence continues trickling down.
To be fair, I would have thought she would have known that already. She did take us out of character. She did take us to go get ice cream. So go sneak us out. So again,
Emrock has mixed emotions about this.
You just told a 15-year-old that her guardian that she could say no to her guardian telling her to do
Well,
something.
as the child's literal bodyguard for years, there are mixed emotions here.
I'm just
Ugh.
saying no to hanging out with us. Like, it's not a crime to hang out with two girls that are only a year older than her.
I know, but that's not. But her wandering off on her own in the middle of a giant city is. That's a problem.
I did not say to do that.
It's what it leads to, though. You're starting that
You don't trust
rebellion
us?
phase. She's gonna come back with tattoos and belly button piercings.
You don't trust us, Emerald?
You don't trust us?
Yeah, you don't trust them.
You two don't
We-
trust each other. You specifically don't trust her for doing stupid stuff. And you expect me to trust you with the little naive one.
Well, it's different. We feel like we need to protect her. We know we could take care of ourselves, but
Just
I mean, she
try
literally
not to
got
get her
through.
into trouble.
we'll be on our best behavior.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Now, I do have a question about that. Is that your best behavior or our best behavior? Because those are two different things.
They're all
Our.
terrible, but
Our best behavior.
Our best behavior.
If it makes you guys feel better, I trust them.
Well,
Thank you, Cyrus.
all right, Mr. Secrets.
all right. Well,
Says
Cyrus,
the werewolf.
I do believe that since these three are going to be hanging out, I do believe that there was something that I wanted to test the other day that we got completely sidetracked by, because we ended up running into the crow and all of that. We're in another city. I'd be willing to test it here.
And if
Oh yeah,
the
what
crow
was
comes,
that? That was what me and
No, it's not important. You three go off. Go have your fun, and me and Cyrus are gonna go test something.
you do realize that the three of us could just follow you.
I mean,
Four
come
of
on.
us.
You're
That to the four of us. What?
What?
Oh, were you not including me? I thought you weren't.
No, I
including
was
me.
including you. 1, 2,
Yeah.
3.
Oh,
and I
three
counted
of us.
me. I counted me, Maddie, and Luna, or me, Maddie, and Kira.
I just
was like,
imagine
no.
she's holding up. I just imagine Kira's holding up 4 fingers, and Maddie just reaches over and puts a finger down.
But I mean,
I
you
thought
don't
you
want
meant
to.
Hammerlock.
I mean, you don't want to see it. I'm just gonna be doing some scientific stuff. I mean, she sees
Sounds
scientific
fun.
stuff. She sees scientific stuff all the time. She's at an academy that specializes in it. She probably doesn't want to see what I'm doing.
Do you want to say what he's doing?
No, he's not as cool as you.
Well, I think they're wanting to go with him. That's what they're trying to get across.
I changed my answer to what they want.
Diplomacy at its best.
Grand, fine, whatever. It's nothing major. I just wanted to test something out.
Maddie,
And I needed an assistant.
Yeah.
are we the cool kids?
Have we finally become the cool kids?
I mean, we were never nothing.
Y'all
I mean, we were nothing before, anyways. But now I think we're cool kids.
Yay!
This is
I can mark that off
Interesting.
my list.
yeah, bucket list.
Bucket list.
Maddie and Luna have a notebook that says "If I meet friends," just like Kira.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Our notebook says if we meet people.
Oh,
If
yeah.
we meet people. She's already marked off a lot of stuff off her bucket list for meeting y'all, so
Yeah.